So, I think we're back. Can you hear me? This, honestly, my laptop has almost never crashed on me, and today it happened twice, and I have no clue why. It just like died all of a sudden for no reason. Okay, let's see if we lost anything. I have backups on. I think I've set them to frequent, but the audio settings are not right. What? What is this now? The required sample rate is not supported by the core audio output. Okay, let me, I guess I'll save this. Save this vegan project, please. Thanks. And now, let me close some of this, because everything was opened up again when it restarted. Okay. Close my mail thing. Your computer was restarted because of a problem. Thanks. Okay. I guess I'll unplug my sound card. Oh, we're back. The sound is back as well now. I'm sorry guys. I don't know what's happening with my laptop. Okay. It seems like we have sound again though. Yes. Okay, so let's open this project back up. Please work. Yes. It seems like we haven't lost anything. Not even the reverb on the hat. Sweet. Thank you, FL Studio. I don't know if you can hear the sound from FL though. The desktop audio is really quiet. Okay, I'll fix it. I'll fix it. At least I'll try. Let's see. Nope. Everything should be fine. Ah, now we're back. Okay. Sorry. Let's what I wanted to do is to split this into sub and mids and highs again. So I'm gonna put sub here, call this channel. So if I'm gone all of a sudden, you know that it crashed again. Highs and mids. Sounds really nice if you ask me. I like putting one reverb just to make everything a little bit more stereo, and then another one pretty subtle to fill up the empty space. Oh yeah, and I was meaning to put low cut on the hi-hat. And a low cut on the clap. Could you someday show how you do mastering? all I do for mastering is I go in here. This limiter is just to turn everything down a bit. So I put a soft clipper. I go to my limiter, turn it up. The ceiling is all the way up, so the limiter doesn't do anything. It's only for the gain knob. And then I know it's really loud now, so I'll turn it down just so it's not too loud for you guys. Push it to the point where it's right before clipping, and there you go. That's all I do for mastering. And the same thing in Ableton, the same thing in Reason. Just literally in Ableton, the glue compressor, because it has a soft clipper, and in Reason, the maximizer, because it has a soft clipper. And Summon, I can get that plugin, but I mean in FL you already kind of have that, or is that something different? Where is it? Stereo something. Stereo enhancer, but usually I only make it like slightly more stereo anyway, so the reverb is fine for that. This sounds so sick. Wonder how it sounds at 145. Let's see. No, it doesn't sound good. It sounds good at 136. It gets this weird crunch at 141, this super pleasant sounding crunch. And it doesn't have that at 140, listen. No, I want to keep it at 141. Let's see 142. $141 is the one. What? Change the time in granulizer. How do you do that? Oh, the time like as in this knob? But it's so sensitive, I'm gonna mess it up. I guess I can copy the value. So this is the value that it has right now. And I guess I could copy it and then it's kind of risky though. Yeah, I might do that what Summon said, make the whole song at 141, export it and then shorten it to 140. Or I'm just gonna keep it at 141 and kind of just confuse people a little bit. Save it before. Okay. I'll save it as a new file. It's not allowing me to. This doesn't go in focus for some reason. What? FL Studio for Mac still has some major flaws, to be honest. Like, this window just doesn't go in focus, so I can't... I guess I can click Save New Version. I think now it's back in focus. Yeah, okay. So now I'm gonna copy the value and try changing this. Is there a button in FL, a keyboard button where you can hold it and drag knobs to make them more sensitive? I'm gonna wait if one of you knows before I change this knob. Shift? No, Shift doesn't do it in FL Studio. I know it's that in Ableton and Reason, but not in FL. Control. Let me try Control. I'll try it on the volume knob. That doesn't really help. Command does it. Okay, Command does it. So copy value and now... What just happened? What happened now? Oh, okay, it got changed from resample. Okay. Okay. I like how it sounds now. And now I guess I could try... Whoa. Isn't Command D duplicate? Apparently not. Now I can try doing some automation. Would giving the downslope a curve make it sound cooler? I tried it, but it didn't. I liked it like this. What? This part is sick. Yes, I love this. I actually kind of want to have this as like the first part, and then kind of have this follow after that. Let's see. what effects are on this. On here there's reverb, equalizer, reverb, and equalizer. But I've put a million effects. I started this synth in Serum in Ableton, then I rendered it up with a million effects on it, rendered it up, put it in Reason, put a bunch of more effects on it, and then I rendered it out, put it in FL in the granulizer, and that's how it sounds now. This thing is so sick, because like, okay, up until this point, I did so much stuff and it sounded like kind of mediocre, and now I'm at this point where it's like, I can just put automations on automations, and every variation keeps sounding sicker, and it's like, yes! I love this track. A 10-hour loop. Like, I don't know how many of you guys remember that, but the Get Drunker loop with the Bussa Skank, where they were like dancing to the Get Darker stream, the Christmas stream. That was so sick, and someone made a 10-hour loop of it. Triplet in the first beat. So like here. Oh, I guess faster. Nah, it doesn't really work. I guess maybe if I render it out, I could do it. I definitely want to have an 808, like really fast 808 hats here. Let's see if I can find something on Splice. This stream is like probably 2.5 hours long already now. Or let's say trap hats. Trap hat. Oh, this one sounds cool for later. I'll save it. This one sounds cool. Let's see. I actually don't know if I want those. I think they kind of distract from the flow a bit too much, especially these ones here. I think I'll remove these and just keep the first ones. Yeah, I'll definitely lower the volume of them. And they're also too sharp right now, so I'll turn them down a bit. And then EQ them as well. I also think this could still use a bit of a boost in the highs. Oops. I always get confused because this is called EQ2 and this is called Pro Q2. Oh yeah, that sounds a lot better now. Compare this. Sounds so much brighter. We also need to think about side chaining now, so I'm gonna do that now. I'm probably gonna do either peak controller or with a limiter. I'm gonna use the peak controller. So I'm gonna put on the sub actually, wasn't there a thing that you could control the volume with as well? Fruity balance. But you don't really have a lot of room upwards. But it should do for the peak controller at least. So I have to link this to the peak controller peak. And input times, times 0.8, if I'm not wrong, because I want it, this is 80% is 0 dB. Let's see if it works. Oh, I actually need to invert it. So I actually need to do 1 minus, so 0.8 times 1 minus input. So this should work. I'm a math genius. No, but it does work. So the volume here gets pushed down. Damn. Oh yeah, this is probably also, no? Ah. And I'm also gonna put a soft clipper on my drum bus. And let me call this drum bus. I'm gonna put a soft clipper on here. Where is it? Here. Soft clipper. And then push the drums into it. So that I get that little like clipping sound. I only want it very slightly, so I didn't push it too much. is definitely too sharp. Yes. I love how this track sounds. Do I think things are harder to process in FL than in Ableton? Not really. I don't see why. Shall we make some switches for this? Let's see how this sounded again. No, I'm gonna... Hold on. What if I... Yeah, no, I'm gonna get rid of this. How do I do that? Ah. And... here we go. I've really learned that it doesn't depend on what program you use. It really depends on how you use it. Like, I wouldn't say that... I think all the modern programs, like especially FL and Ableton, are like on a level sound engine wise and everything, and also the plugins that come with them, where you can make good music with either one of them. And it's not... I mean, I think like Ableton has some efficiency things that I really like. For example, like when you want to reuse things that you built before, like, I mean, I guess like certain techniques are easier or quicker to do in Ableton, whereas other techniques are probably easier to do in FL Studio. And each one has their different features, but sound-wise, you can get good tracks out of any of them, really. Like, they're all at a level where you don't have to worry about whether you should switch to a different program unless you want to try new things, and there's nothing wrong with that. And that's why I learned all the three of them. But I've also learned that you can make good tracks with all of them. Because I myself was at a point where I felt like, okay, I'm on FL Studio, but everyone else is on Reason, so I need to go on Reason to make good tracks, which is not true. You can also make good tracks in FL Studio. So I just wanted to have said that. It depends more on what you do with it. And I know people that like make a sick track out of just stock plugins, so you don't even need to spend a lot of money. And I've made tracks myself where I only used stock plugins as well. And yeah, I just wanted to say that. Most of my tracks are made on one single program. Yeah, I don't usually switch between them so much. But in this case, it was an interesting experiment because, yeah, it was just an interesting experiment because people in the chat were suggesting, like, to use this and that plugin and Reason and stuff. And it helped a lot. I love the outcome, and maybe I should do that some more. But if you're either on Ableton or FL Studio, I would recommend you to check out Reason, just because it has like very unique methods of synthesis in it, and like very unique devices, like effect devices and things like that, that I think like not I think you can, like, just by experimenting with them, get really creative with your sound. And that's one thing I love about Reason. Like, sometimes the limitations you have kind of push you to create new things and be creative with it. Yeah. I kind of want to have just like 8 bars of just this, and then switch it up a bit more in this part. So let's see, maybe I can mess with the grain spacing. I don't know how that's gonna sound. I'm just gonna copy it over to this part to make sure we keep the way it was before. And make this one unique. Why is it not starting from the beginning here? I don't understand. I guess I'll have to cut it. No. Yes. Okay. It was cool, but it's so quiet. It is really quiet. But I'm thinking if I turn that part up, it could be sick, but I also have to bring it to this here. No, I don't like this. I can try to build an intro for it. I feel like doing that in Reason though. Just because I like their synthesizers to make intros. I guess it's a challenge. Let's do it. So I'll move this over. What should I use though to make like intro sounds? I guess a little bit of atmosphere stuff wouldn't hurt from Splice. Atmosphere. Maybe I'll find some good stuff in this pack. Oh. I don't know. I could use this. I'll try this. Let's put serum in here. I think the bass was on D sharp, so I'll put it on that. I'm thinking maybe like an arpeggiated sound or something. Oh yeah, there you go. Nathan just said arp as well. Let's make this sound a little less annoying. Maybe a square. The triangle sounds nice. flanger, of course, because we can't make a sound without flanger. That would be blasphemy when you make a rhythm. Okay, I'll turn the flanger off. I kind of wanna just put a delay, reverb on like 100%. I wish you could time sync these. You can automate this. So maybe if I automate it to go up and faster. Oh, the reverb size. I think you can't automate the reverb size, but you could automate like the decay and the dry wet. It just sucks that I can't time sync the arpeggio because it sounds weird. use the LFOs instead. Yeah, but I can't put the scale when I use the LFOs. Like I could put it on like the semi or octave, but it wouldn't sound the same because I have the scale on the arpeggio here. Also, I really don't understand why I can like have to do all this to get rid of the automation. And it keeps resetting itself to that point. Whenever I press play, it doesn't make sense. For some reason, it's being initialized at that position. I don't know why. Damn, that's annoying. I don't know how to... I think there was a thing here. If you go to like the project automations, here. Arpeggio time, that's it. And now I guess I don't know how to delete it though. I don't know. I kinda hate this sound. And I need to pee. I'll be right back. And I'm back. And I think I will end the stream pretty soon because I need to have dinner and it's getting late. But yeah, it's been a fun one, and I think the result is really nice. Let's listen to the result again. Oh, I put this effect on the master. Okay, let's again. Yes, I like this. I want to finish it for sure. I think I might do the intro in Ableton still and kind of like render out the stems of this and then put it into Ableton and make the intro there. But we'll see. I'll probably keep working on it only when I'm on stream. I'm not 100% sure yet, so don't quote me on that. But yeah, I will upload it on SoundCloud or release it eventually or whatever. We'll see. I never really know when I finish a track what I'm gonna do with it yet. But yeah, this has been a fun session. I hope you enjoyed watching it. I hope you learned something from it or found it entertaining at least. And yeah, thank you for watching. You can subscribe if you want to be there for future streams. This video will be uploaded also on the channel, so you can rewatch it or show it to your friends or whatever. And yeah, I'll play it one more time, Elliot. And then I'll actually also go through the steps that we went through to create it just one more time, so everyone can see it that joined later. And I'll play it one more time now. Here you go. Yeah, this sounds so good. And now, let me open it again in Ableton. That's what we started with. And yeah, I can add part 1 and part 2 for the stream. So here's what we started with. Beep boop. So we started with this synth in Serum. Without any effects, it sounds like let me turn all these off. Sounds like this. So really, like, I always say this, it does not matter what synthesizer you use, because this synth sounds like nothing without effects on it. So I'll go through the things that I put on it. One simple delay makes it sound a bit more metallic. Then a vocoder, phaser, OTT, bit of EQing, another vocoder, EQing, glue compressor, and a frequency shifter. Then I have a separate sub, and I rendered them out together. Then we put that render into Reason. I hope it's gonna open quickly. It's not here. Where did I save it? Did I even save it? I feel like I saved it. Okay, whatever. In Reason, all I did was I put the synth in there and put some effects on it. A vocoder, a scream distortion, and a phaser, I think, and a delay, maybe? But, yeah, then I put it into FL, put it into granulizer, some more effects. Not much though, reverb, and some EQing, and put drums on it, and then it sounded like that. That's all it is. Oh yeah, here it is, here it is. I found it. Yeah, here we go. So scream distortion, a delay, vocoder, gain, phaser, 2 EQs, and reverb. So without effects it sounds like this. And then with effects like that. And then the biggest part was in FL Studio because of the granulizer. Yeah. So that's it. Once again, thank you for watching. Click subscribe, hit the bell, drink your water, eat well, go vegan if you want to. If not, it's okay too. Yeah. Bye. Oh, also, thank you for all the comments. I really appreciate you guys being active in the chat and everything and helping me with new ideas and things like that. I appreciate it. Bye.